don't know how old I was. I'm thinking I was 6 or 7. And I don't remember the event that happened. But I do remember I made a promise to myself at that point that I would never cry again. And the amazing thing about childhood promises, they sometimes come true. And I didn't cry. And I shut down my emotions, and they weren't there. To where when my dad died when I was 15, it took me 3 days before I shed a tear over that. Because I wasn't in touch with my emotions. I didn't know what it was like. Now, the amazing thing is God has healed me through that, and I'll talk about that later in the sermon. But now I'm like on the other end. I can cry really easily. I'm still learning to kind of manage them. And so at our house, it's often the humorous part is if there's a commercial on, especially a Hallmark commercial, they'll look and see if Dad's, tearing up or anything. I'll be like, come on, I'm not that bad. But I do get emotional more easily, especially about things about God. Because I had so many years of not being emotional, now I'm kind of learning to manage them and understand them. So do these rules sound like a little bit of your house that you grew up in? Did you ever say to your friends or have your friends say to you, why won't you open up? Why won't you share your feelings? Or as a spouse said to you, why don't you trust me? Why won't you let me into your world? Because I think many of us live by those rules. Don't talk, don't trust, and don't feel. The problem is, those are lies. But we believe them as truth. And they're lies because you were given a voice and you have a contribution, so you need to talk. You need to trust because God's created us to be in community where we have to trust others and have them trust us, especially in your spouse, but ultimately with your Savior, that you can trust Jesus with your life. And then feelings. God's given us our feelings, and it's okay to cry. It's okay to have emotions, but we need to know how to have them in a healthy way. So Paul tells us, now that we kind of understand some of the lies we can believe, we can change those by transforming our mind. We can replace the lies with truth.